The progressives, usually city dwellers who are educated professionals, doctors, lawyers, social workers, clergy and teachers who focused on fixing a wide range of concerns. What were progressives' beliefs and goals? Muckrakers. The term muckraker refers to reform-minded journalists who wrote largely for all popular magazines and continued a tradition of investigative journalism reporting. Muckrakers often worked to expose social ills and corporate and political corruption. Muckraking magazines, notably McClure's Xelve publisher S.S. McClure, took on corporate monopolies and crooked political machines while raising public awareness of chronic urban poverty, unsafe working conditions, and social issues like child Upton Sinclair, muckraker who shocked the nation when he published The Jungle, a novel that revealed gruesome details about the meat-packing industry in Chicago. The book was fiction but based on the things Sinclair had seen. Problems of poverty, crowding, diseased, poor sewage and water systems, settlement houses, temperance movement, campaign to limit or ban the use of alcoholic beverages, Prohibition. The period from 1920 to 1933 when the sale of alcoholic beverages was prohibited in the United States by a constitutional amendment. Progressivism. Municipal. A town or city government. Muckraker. These were people who were crusading journalists. Theodore Roosevelt made up their name. Muckrakers mainly targeted the government and social problems. Corruption. Dishonest or fraud by those in power, typically involving bribery. Suffrage. The right to vote. The initiative. Permitted a group of citizens to introduce legislation and required the legislature to vote on it, an idea or movement to address a problem. Legislation, legislators. Laws, lawmakers, politicians at all levels of government. The referendum. It allowed citizens to vote on proposed laws directly without going to the legislature. The recall. It provided voters an option to demand a special election to remove an elected official from office before his or her term had expired. Direct primary. All political party members vote to choose candidates for election. Referendum. To change a law or a process to solve a problem. Recall. To take back a vote and redo it, which either passed a law or elected a politicane. National American Woman Suffrage Association. Advocate. A person who publicly supports or recommends a particular cause or policy. Women's Christian Temperance Union. Prohibition. To forbid something. Interstate Commerce Commission. Labor Code. 36 new laws due to a big fire. Child labor. Young boys working too hard and getting little pay. Primary versus secondary document. Jacob Riis wrote an influential book called How the Other Half Lives in 1890. This book had published photographs and descriptions of the poverty, disease, and crime that afflicted many immigrant neighborhoods in New York City. Susan B. Anthony. She was one of the founders of the New York City-based National Women's Suffrage Association in 1869. Charles Edward Russell, writer of Everybody's Magazine, she attacked the beef industry. Tarbell published a series of articles critical of the Standard Oil Company.